All right, all right, all right, all right. What's going on? Gold's coming right back up. Let's get it started. Close that window. What's going on? What's going on? Man, look at gold coming back up. I thought gold was gonna drop. Sell down through this whole range. It's quite a big, quite a decent pullback though from this level. Start with pound yen. So GJ is currently bullish. It dropped down, tapped into this. It's a 4-hour support down here. 197, nice psychological number. Tapped it, pushing back up. I still think pound yen is bullish. I still think pound yen overall is bullish. I mean, even this pullback has been very small, very limited. Not many pips, about 100 pips up and down. And today, if we can create a support, then I think we continue pushing up on GJ, especially from this 197 level down here. So look, we've got the retest, the support formed. You know, we've cleared these levels to the left on the 4-hour. Look, we've got the closure above, and now I think we keep pushing up. So first target would be 199.2. This is quite a strong 4-hour resistance up here, and then probably like 200, the 200 area, and then above it's clean all the way up to like 203, I believe. Yeah, up here. That's where the next daily resistance is anyway. All the way up here. It's the daily res. But I mean, we've got the tariffs kicking in 1st of August. So it's going to be interesting to see how the market reacts to that. But for now, with pound yen, just need a closure. Need the 4-hour to keep pushing up. And then if I get a retest, I'll probably look for some buys. So yeah, closure above 198.4. The retest looks quite a strong level here. Push up and then keep going. So gold. Now gold is currently bullish on the daily time frame. We don't have much of a bottom wick. Not much of a bottom wick. So I am anticipating that gold comes back down, flips bearish, breaks yesterday's low, and keeps on pushing down, to be honest. So the 4-hour candles, look, still, we get the pullbacks on the 4-hour time frames. It's been happening all week, or since last week. So look, we got the drop, pullback, drop, pullback, drop, pullback, drop. Currently we're in the pullback. Well, we've had the pullback, and I think we continue dropping. Look, this 4-hour candle hasn't broken the previous high, and we've broken the previous low. We still have an hour and 40 to go for this candle, but look, we've had a break and retest and a nice bearish candle. So if we get an engulfing here in the next hour and 40, I believe gold just continues back down. First target 32.60s down here where we've got 4-hour support, and then below down to 32.15, which is the next 4-hour level. So I don't see gold stopping. I mean, look, last day of the month as well. Oh, sorry, one sec. We've got the last day of the month, barely a body for this monthly candle. This current month, it didn't break last month's high, hasn't broken last month's low, but I do think we get a body this month, a bit more of a body this month. I mean, 3 dojis in a row, monthly dojis, is a bit, it's mad, it's mad. You know, the weekly, well, weekly doesn't really matter because the weekly is not until tomorrow, but monthly, I just hope gold doesn't close with another doji. I hope we get a bit of direction, and I do believe that direction is going to be bearish. All right, so let's see how the markets play out for us today. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. Benny, what's good? I wanted these gold cells. I did believe, I mean, looking at gold, especially on the 30-minute, I did believe gold was gonna continue down. I still think it is. This hasn't really deterred me from looking for sells because we closed back in the Asian range, although we are pushing back out of it. But I like the idea of the 4-hour break and retest, and this 4-hour candle creating a lower high, continue down. So I do like the sells. Let's see, 15-minute though. I mean, it looks like it wants to push up before it makes another lower high and comes back down. Just need this 4-hour to stay bearish and potentially close below 32.94, so we get an engulfing. Then there'll be a strong probability of gold pushing, gold dropping some more. Now today pound yen's had Bank of Japan's had interest rate news last night. What time was it? Around, because it never drops a time until it actually comes out. So 3:47 a.m. What a time, eh? 3:47. So it'd be right by this candle here. This 3:30 GJ candle. So news would have come out. I had a bit of reaction. Drops, a bit of yen strength. But the interest rates are still negative. I'm not negative, they're still below the pound, so the pound's still going to be the stronger currency, and therefore we've had this push up. Now typically after Bank of Japan interest rates, I'm just buyers on GJ all day. So I'm buyers on GJ all day. Just gotta wait for an entry. Alright, we've got what, 6 minutes till this candle closes for gold. Right back up. I did want it to close like weak bullish, maybe get a continuation pattern, continue down or at least below like 32.99. So we had a retest. Right, gold, how far are we pulling up? It's like 100 pip pullback from the previous candle low. Crazy push up, literally about 100 pips, 90 pips. Oh, Rosie, what's going on? Holding GJ buys from 9:30. Might close soon. 4-hour resistance. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. I was waiting for a closure above or a breakout above this 4-hour level so I can get into something. But you said holding buys from 9:30, so okay, I guess a little continuation. A little break of the high here. So were you up like about 30 pips? Presuming this is what you took. Got to about 40. Not bad. 40, 30 pips. Yeah, I saw, when did I look at GJ? I was watching GJ from earlier. I started about 7. Yeah, so I saw it kind of pushing up, but I had this resistance to the left. I thought the range is too small for that. I think it was like less than, or just over 20 pips. That's 12:30. I think I was looking at this first one. Yeah, I was. So I had the resistance here, and I was like, okay, this one's, you know, it's under 30 pips, and then we had this next one, like 40 pips. I wanted to kind of clear this area. By the time I looked, this candle was already pushing up, so I didn't even see like the pullback, the bearish candle, and then this push up. So I kind of missed that one completely, actually. But yeah, I was thinking buys, especially since we respected 197, like this 4-hour support too. We got the low, then a higher low. Like the buys up to fill this range definitely looked pretty clean. Looked pretty clean. So nice move, nice move, nice move. Good trade. Now pound yen has broken its previous high. I mean gold, sorry. No bottom wick. I don't know, man. Looks like gold wants to keep pushing up. Looks like gold wants to keep going. This is no good. With no bottom wick on this candle as well. And above Asian range, yes, yes. I'm not feeling that. But I mean, look, this looks like this was the break, retest, continue up. So nice clean move up here. A little 99 pips, 100 pips. Last day of the month. Where's the monthly flip? Okay, the monthly flips 3303.3. Can't forget that. 3303.3. 3303.3. So as long as we're above 3303.3, the monthly candle for gold is bullish. I'm not going to mark the monthly flip. I'll remember that. Where is this 4-hour support? 33.12, 33.11. Yeehaw, hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. I want gold to create a lower high, and then I can take some sells back down. I think it retraces this whole push up. Look, even got a little gap to start the day and fill this gap. We've got core PCE in an hour. In fact, let's take a look at what happened last time. We got core PCE, we got unemployment cost index as well. Last core PCE was June 27th. Okay. Pushed up. Alright, where are we at? June 27th. Go to say 12:30. Let's get close. Okay, this was the news. Core PCE 130. Bearish drop. How big was that? Looks like about 110 pips. Yeah, about 100 pips. Okay, 100 pip drop. And it was, yeah, good numbers. They were good numbers. Forecast 0.1%, came out 0.2. This month the forecast is 0.3. So if it comes out 0.4, anything above 0.3, obviously we can expect potentially some gold sells. I mean, look at gold right now. It looks like it wants to go up. Looks like it wants to go up. Maybe another retest of this 4-hour level. It's the one I was looking at. Still no bottom wick though on this current 12:30 candle. Let's see if we push up and engulf this previous 1 hour, or we respect the high and come back down. But look, no bottom wick currently. Alright, looking for, want a closure above, I mean, there's 4 hour resistances here, but I do want a closure above 198 point, let's call it 198.5, just to give it a nice round number. But I do want a push and then a retest, so I want to break, retest, and then keep pushing. Apart from Rosie and her GJ buys, anyone else taking any trades? London session? I wanted these gold buys up until this 4 hour level, but this long top wick, like if it closed above right here, it would have been perfect. So to be closing above these resistance levels, but then when it pushed up, came back and then made this long top wick, because I like to take the break at a high, and I didn't want to just get in as soon as the candle opened. So if I was going to take a candle flip, I would have needed this candle to push down, like create a nice bottom wick, respect this previous low, and then as it was coming back up, I would have taken the flip, fill the wick, push up into this level. So the entry would have been a bit lower, but taking a break at this high, 20 pips away, whereas if I'd taken the flip, it would have been 52 for the wick fill, and then another, how far did it go? So it would have been about 100 pips. But yeah, not with how the candles, not with the characteristics of these candles. I couldn't take the entry there. So no trades this morning for me, but I did take a nice sell yesterday. Now I was in two minds about streaming it, but I thought, you know what, I just couldn't. No, I was actually doing something else. But so I was saying we're gonna get sells because they're gonna keep the interest rates the same. They're still quite high. It's gonna be bearish for gold. Cool. So I did anticipate that the 7 o'clock candle was gonna push up a little bit more, but it gave a top wick, flipped. I got in one entry like 33.01, something like that. And then when this candle closed bearish, I took some more entries, expecting price to just keep pushing down. So I got out. I did have a 4 hour level at 32.85 ish. Yep, about here. Did manage to get out. I closed, I had like 4 positions. I closed, is it 4 positions? Yeah, I did have 4 positions. I caught 2 early ones, and then once I got out, price pulled back. Price got to my 32.85, and then it pulled back a bit, and then I re-entered where I got out at 32.85 again, and I held that one. Those two, took another 2, so decent amount of pips, just based off that news and interest rates staying the same. Sometimes it is just as simple as like knowing that the high interest rates is going to cause a gold drop. That's back in during Corona. No, I'd say just before Corona. That's always how it was. Like NFP, The numbers were always going to be good. The jobs were always good. Gold was always going to sell off. That was like every first Friday of the month. It was 100%. It was a home run. Every NFP, even during Corona. During Corona with the gold buys, because the job numbers were so bad and it was missing. So there was a few opportunities where, like during financial crisis or those times, you knew what was going to happen. You knew what was going to happen. Even the interest rates then, keeping them super low, it was bullish for gold every time. So the only time we're going to see something different, if the rates drop, then we'll see gold push instead of drop. But it's very simple fundamentals. Did anyone else trade FOMC? Everyone else? I wanted to drop a little something in the chat, but it happened. It was quite a quick move, especially the second move, the 730. Very quick move, just push, dropped. I didn't even watch Powell's speech. Normally I'd watch him talking, but I mean, what new has he got to say? What new things? I don't think he has anything new to say. Unless you talk about changing interest rates immediately, I'm good. I didn't hear none of that. I browsed for some articles, I looked through, and yeah, I didn't see nothing about reducing just yet. Even though Trump's got his foot on his neck talking about firing him. So we'll see. But September, I believe the next one is in September. Let me just confirm, because Forex Factory will tell me. Federal funds rate, September 17th. Now that one is the one where we're supposed to get a reduction in the rates. So that's going to be very interesting. That's going to be real interesting. Because we've kept these rates at 4.5 since, I think, December. December is when they dropped. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. But today, unemployment claims, core PCE. Alright, gold, you coming back for this bottom wick finally? I don't know where you were going. Alright, 12 minutes, just under 12 minutes before this 30-minute candle closes. GJ's not really doing anything, still respecting this level up here. It's 4 hour and 30-minute level. Little zone right here. If GJ doesn't close above the resistance, I'm closing my trades. Oh yes, yeah, I forgot you was in already. Thought you were already in. And I hope it does close for you, because right now it's on some BS. Gold still pushing. GJ still falling. Oof. Right, so gold has just created this support here to continue pushing up. Ooh, little pullback on gold. Okay. Okay, this 15 hasn't broken a previous high, which is not bad. But sometimes we can get a little push in the last 5 minutes of the candle. Now, if we close bearish on the 15, we might be getting a lower high to then continue pushing back down. But yeah, I really want a bottom wick for this 12:30 candle. Right, we're gonna break the high, we're gonna keep pushing, maybe another retest. Another retest. Where does the 4-hour flip bullish? At 33.09. 33.09? Nearly 33.10. Okay, if the price gets a 33.10, the 4 hours then bullish. And that's not a good sign for the sells. We've got news in half an hour, news in 30. Alright, how's DJ closing? Compounding, give it a little 10 pip push. Little 10 pip push. See, look, last 5 minutes, that's what gold does. Last 5 minutes of the candle, and we start making moves. So now we've broken the previous 30-minute high. Working our way up. Arsenal Tottenham playing now in Hong Kong. Let's see how my team's gonna do this season. Alright, new 1 o'clock candle. So we still got this support, obviously we're pushing up, still no bottom wick. Let's see, 1 hour's created a very strong support. We didn't engulf the previous 1 hour candle. Haven't, so I'm looking for either a retest, 33.10, so where the 4 hour candle opened, or a lower high here. Respect this candle's high, create a lower high and then push back down. But I mean, the way the 4 hour candle is looking right now, doesn't look like it wants to drop. Or maybe it's pushing up before news. Maybe it's pushing up to get better sell prices. Because you don't want to sell from the lows. You want to sell from a higher point. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Nice gold. Nice. That's it. How long to the news? 24 minutes. GJ. Oh, didn't get that closure. I was still bullish though. Just all of this noise to the left. GJ is just... Look, we broke yesterday's high, which is great. Just need to re-break it and just keep pushing. Oh, you closed your GJ trade? Wicked. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere just yet. I think pound yen could be waiting for news too. Pound yen moves with USD news as well, so I wouldn't be surprised. Gold here might just be making a bottom wick, to be fair, and not much of a push down. Okay, we're flipping bullish. Pound yen having a little pullback. Rainbow 6. push down just a little more. Got 15-minute candle still trending up. So right before the 15-minute candle close, we flip bullish and we push up. Is it going to break this previous high? And a minute and 20. It's like the pattern. Just before the candle closes, we get a push. Every time. I mean, this candle does have a bottom wick. It's just very tiny. This 12:30 candle, it's just very small. All right, new 15. glad I closed GJ. It's pulling back. Have a look. Yeah, it is. 4 hour resistance is nothing to play with. No, it's not. Last bearish structure point. Yeah, I agree, because if you're looking at where would break the structure, where would be a break of this downtrend structure, I would be looking at this first lower high after the pullback. So if it closed above this resistance, then I'm thinking, yeah, it's pretty clean up to the next one. And it does look like it's you know, it's broken all of these previous resistances to the left, so perfect place to transition back to an uptrend, or to continue up. But let's hope the daily re-breaks the high and keeps pushing. But I do believe pound yen. Let's look at pound yen on a monthly too. Hopefully the monthly doesn't close with an indecision candle like gold. But I mean, we've broken a month's high. I think we just, you know, keep pushing up, re-break it, push up, and close strong. Close strong. I can't remember if it's GJ that does end of the month sell-offs though. I can't remember. Gold is actually boring me now. Come on, this is just such a slow push up. And then news might not even do anything. But it's two lots of news. It's unemployment claims as well, as is the standard for a Thursday. And then also the core PCE price index. So two lots of news today. Let's see. Hopefully we don't get mixed numbers and then a whipsaw. We can look at last week though. See what happened last week. Unemployment claims, if there was any movement. That's not what I wanted to do. On 24th of July, and it was good numbers, so less unemployment claims last week. It wasn't so much for the day, it was more so to see whether it was good or bad numbers. So this was unemployment claim, so whipsaw, indecision, up and down. Let me see if there was some more news on that day as well. Sometimes it clashes with other things, so you never really get a clean move. Okay, no, it was by itself. It was by itself. Unemployment claims, good numbers, and we got a whipsaw. What was the overall trend? It was kind of bearish, and it pushed up towards the end of the day. So 30. Oh no, look, it wasn't a whipsaw. The 15-minute, it did push up, okay, it was quite bearish actually. Look when the candle opened, yeah, it did push up 85 pips, push up 30 pips, dropped 85. So more of a bearish move, which is expected. Good numbers, always good numbers are bullish for USD, and then therefore bearish for gold. So if we get some good numbers today, I think gold continues this pullback. It's been a slow drop. It's been like when it's dropped, it's been a lot of pips, but leading up to the drop, it's just been like trickling up and then just dropping. All right, 10 minutes till news. 10 minutes to go. want to be married to these sells. I don't want to be married to these sells. But this push up, it just seems very... It just seems quite slow. I mean, I've seen gold push up way with just much better candles than this. Infinity, what's going on? What's going on? What's the idea for today, Infinity? You looking for sells, buys? I think we're quite bullish in here on gold. Bearish, sorry, we're bearish on gold in here today, I believe. Is everyone else bearish on gold? Maybe it's just me. You know, I say we, but I've been talking about a lot of sells. I've been talking about a lot of sells. I know Benny said he wants some sells. He's looking for good entry. Just passing by to say hello. Off to Birmingham to... Is that where you live? You live near Birmingham? Birmingham? No, that's more like Liverpool. Birmingham? No, that is Brum. Birmingham? I've got some Brum friends. Ooh. Is that the side you're up? Yeah, you're near there. What's in Birmingham? What's that shopping centre called? The Bull Ring is Manchester. It's completely gone out my head. Good old Brum. Some birthday shopping. You're gonna treat yourself. You live an hour away. Okay, okay. Bull Ring, that's it. The Bull Ring. The Bull Ring. The Bull Ring. Good times, good times. I had a friend that lived in Leicester. It was pretty close. And then we went to the movies, but we went to Coventry. And I just thought, wow, we are going really far out for these, just to do little things. Not that they're not everywhere, but yeah. It's interesting. People are a lot nicer. The further up north from London you get, the nicer people are. Not to say London people aren't nice, but up there they're really friendly. Just way more friendlier than down here. The further north you go. And then you go to America and everyone's super nice. And polite. Alright, where are we at? News, 6 minutes. Where in London do you live without being your road? I'm northwest London. I'm near near Wembley Stadium and the arena, which is a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing and a curse because now, like this weekend, I want to go see my uncle. He's having a 50th anniversary, and I have to pass Wembley to get to his house. But Oasis is in Wembley, so that's gonna be a fun little journey. A journey that could be like 20 minutes can turn into about 45 just because of events going on near me. But then when I went to go see England play, I'm like right around the corner. I went and saw them play who they playing? Malta. It was like a really little game. I got some free tickets for one of my customers one time. So yeah, England, Malta, Wembley Stadium, like right around the corner, not far. 10 minutes. It took longer to get out of the stadium to get home than it did for my actual journey home. Crazy. But yeah, good old London. Is gold going to give us that little push 5 minutes before the candle again? So this is what gold has been doing for these last 15-minute candles. Right before the candle closes, we make a bottom wick, we respect the previous low, and then we flip bullish, break the high, and just give it a tiny little push. Have my friend living in Watford and family in Slough. Okay, yeah, Watford's not that far from me, because I'm quite close to the M1. I'm quite close to the M1. And Slough, yeah, Slough is what, West London? West? I never go to Slough. Nothing in Slough for me. I guess it's more residential. You wouldn't really go to Slough unless you know someone. It's not one of those areas you just pop to. And a friend in Bushy. Okay, so you got a few people down here, down these sides. Is Bushy in London? Bushy's like outskirts, I believe. I should have done a poll. What do we think is gonna happen for this core PCE index, price index news? What are we thinking, guys? We're thinking buys or sells? We're thinking buys or sells? Bushy's near Watford, that's right. Your gut is buys today. Rosie says gold buys since it's pushing up already. Okay, okay. Benny still wants sells. Okay, okay. Okay. So we've got a mixed bag. I mean, the way gold is, look, the way these 15-minute candles are trending up, it is kind of looking more bullish to me. If this news flips this 4-hour candle, it could be what drives it up, breaks the high, and then we keep pushing. But I really like the idea of this being a break and retest and sells back down. But I mean, in true gold fashion, we could break the high in the last couple minutes of the candle, 4-hour candle. But look, 1 hour, has it broken the high? It has, just about. Yeah, I don't know. Ideally, I kind of do want the sells more, but if it does push up, I wouldn't mind another retest of this 33.10 to 33.13. Like, anyway, I wouldn't mind a retest of any of those prices in that area, because it was a strong 4-hour support before. Do you know what I mean? Look, we tapped down into these prices quite a few times and finally broke, so I wouldn't even mind another retest, double top, and then sells back down. But if we break and we keep pushing, then yeah, we'll see if gold can push up to 33.33 or 33.32. Alright, we've got news. Alright, results are pending. gold's coming down. So unemployment claims came out as forecast, regular. Personal income, good numbers. Come on, core PCE. What are you saying? Unemployment cost index came out good numbers. And core PCE came out as expected. So the actuals were the same. Should be, I'll say it should be bearish for gold as expected. But it looks like it's pushing up. So 1 hour support, we've broken the high. Let's see, this 4 hour looks like it's close to flipping. Nah, pound yen, nope. Not crazy volume. Now I just need to see how this 4 hour candle closes. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Alright, looks like that 4 hour candle is now bullish. Alright, so what was I saying? Yeah, I wanted a retest of, yeah, anywhere up here. I just wanted a retest so I can get like a double top. But that news wasn't really super high impact. Give me a sec, I need to get some water real quick. the chat saying? You still want sells. Sells still look good as long as gold stays below 33.12. If this 4 hour can stay bearish too. This 4 hour candle is barely bearish, and if it closes like this with a weak body, then I think you know what I'm gonna say. Looks like a continuation pattern. If we break the high, that's it. We're just gonna keep pushing up. But I mean, if gold creates a lower high anywhere below 33.32, then I still think we can maintain this bullish structure. I mean, it's 300 pips. Is it 300? No, just under 300 pips. 200 pips. Wow, maths is well off. Yeah, 220 pips. It's not far. It's not far, but for a 4 hour candle, yeah, not bad, not bad. But look, 4 hours flipping bullish. Let's see if we break this high in the last 19 minutes. And this is not a crazy news candle. Look. Like 50 pips, 50, 60 pips. Not super high impact, but I'm surprised because we had 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 lots of news come out, 3 high impact, and they all came out as good numbers. So I'm surprised gold is pushing up and not coming back down, because good numbers usually mean bullish USD. Let me look at the dollar index. Let's see how that's performing. Trading view doesn't want to move. Interesting. Charge my phone. Alright, gold, are we going to break this previous high? 33.15. So 60 pips in the next 18 minutes. About 50 pips actually. I'm in buy, small risk, seeing if I can hold until 4 hour resistance. Okay, yeah, close the range, close the range. If I wasn't so into my gold sell bias, this 12:30 candle here, this would have been perfect. Like trend continuation, support formed, buy on the next candle. Oh yeah, that's it. I want to see the dollar index. So the dollar's just ranging as well. Four-hour resistance. Are you talking all the way up to 33.32? Alright, Winfinity, see you later. Don't spend too much money shopping. have to make it all back on the charts. Got you, got you. All the way up. All right. Let's see what gold wants to do. Let's see if it keeps pushing. The fact that it's back in the 3300s as well. It's like it couldn't stay below. Every time it's dipped below 3300, gold has pushed right back up. Look, we got to 32.85. Same day, push back up. We haven't had like a strong closure below and continue down. Look, June we pushed down. Next day, right back up into the 3300s. So could this be the day we just keep pushing up? You know, the market likes to repeat itself. We'll see, we'll see. Well, this 4 hour closing like this, not a good sign for my sales, not gonna lie. I'm anticipating a bottom wick. We respect this previous low, break the high, and then keep pushing up. If we close with this bearish body like this, if it's the close is a bit stronger, maybe back down to like 3300s, just with a longer body, then I'll be more confident in the sales down. But as it stands like this, look, we dipped into the Asian, back into the Asian range, came straight back out. So yeah, I'm not sure what gold wants to do. All right, last 12 minutes of the candle. Where are we going? Up. Gold's making moves. Okay. Remember, we need to break 33.15 to break the previous high. What, we're retesting this 30-minute resistance again. Retest. So now if we break, get a closure above, we have this clean range to the left. So this is a very, very important level right here, because then this, if we close above, I don't know, man, I don't think this level is gonna be valid anymore. 12 minutes. 11 minutes. GJ closure above doesn't look bad. I was just looking at GJ actually. I was. Yeah, I think it looks good, to be fair. Nice tight stop loss, 13 pips, depending on how much this candle pushes. So we'll see what happens in the next 9 minutes. But yeah, it wouldn't be a bad shout. I think pound yen is looking more promising than gold right now, for sure. Right, GJ's pushing. Gold is respecting this resistance. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice. This is one of the trades that I'm gonna start incorporating. One of the strategies that I'm gonna start incorporating into my live trading. So retests. So I've done the back testing for it. Still doing more back testing, so I need at least a good sample size. Like I need at least 100 trades. I go for about 50 to 100 before I can be comfortable with it. And sometimes that does include live trading. Like I do back testing, and then if I see it, like if it works out now, then I'll log it, and that'll be part of my back testing, kind of like forward testing. But basically you have a trend, and then use the 30-minute support and resistance levels, and you take the retest. So now we're bearish. I'll take an entry at a retest of a 30-minute resistance. That's it for sells. Continue down. And for buys, obviously I'll take a retest of support to continue back up. So that would be that's kind of the strategy, just identifying the trends, looking for the best pullback place, and then taking a sell. And you get a really good stop loss. From what I've had in my back testing, the stop losses haven't been more than like 40 pips. So if I was going to take it here, so this one's like 45, or less than 50 pips stop losses, majority. And what I'll do is I'd give it a bit of room, so I'd actually have like a bigger stop loss and then reduce it as the trade is going in my favor. So it's been pretty yeah, some good results from it. Very simple. It's kind of like the trend continuation strategy, where instead of waiting for, like if I wanted sells and I was using the trend continuation strategy, then I'll be looking for a resistance formed first, and then I'd get in after that. So I'd get in a bit lower because I have to wait for that resistance candle to close. Then I'll get in after that, break of that low. So get in quite a few pips earlier, to be fair. Oh, look at this. Last 2 minutes of the candle, we're pushing up. Typical. Look, 15. Doing what the 15's been doing. Last couple minutes of the candle, we push. GJ looks better right now. GJ does look better right now. GJ does. So I just need to wait for a 4-hour bottom wick and probably take some pound yen buys right here. Stop loss is still really small. Look, less than 20 pips. So what I'm gonna do is get rid of that, get rid of that. I'm not going to put a buy stop in because the candle's still pushing up, but I'm going to wait for GJ to make a bottom wick, or the new 4-hour candle, new 30-minute, the new candle that opens. Going to wait for a bottom wick and then take an entry to break the high, and then pray. No, not really. Take an entry to break the high, stop loss below previous candle low for about 20 pips. And the target is going to be this 4-hour resistance. So what, 199 up here? Oh look, gold's falling. Oh, what's that? Get out of here. Nice. So this retest entry would have been nice. You see what I mean? Just get slightly, get higher entries. Whereas now I'd have to wait for this candle to flip bearish, have a resistance, and I'll get in when price breaks the low. That's typically what I'd be looking for. but the retest gets you in just that little bit earlier. The only thing is you don't really have that confirmation. The retest is the confirmation, but you don't know whether it's gonna bounce off or keep pushing, but you have a tight stop loss anyway. But the risk management in that trade, if I take the retest and then price closes above the retest level, like above the key level, then I'll just close the trade. Oh look, pound yen didn't even close above. Oh my gosh. So I didn't put a buy stop. Obviously I was looking for a manual entry, waiting for the bottom wick, but it didn't close above the resistance, so no trade there for me. Jeez, pound yen. That's how you're gonna do us? That's cold. That's cold. I can't even lie. That's cold. Wow. Gold's pushing up. Look at that. Oh man. Perfect continuation pattern on gold. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, so for buys on gold, for me, I need to wait for a closure above this resistance. Well, a closure above this yellow line that I have. So 33.12. If I get a candle that closes above, I'll be looking for some buys to continue up. 33.32 would be my first target. But I probably wouldn't hold all the way because I do believe, you know, if gold's going to continue bearish, it's going to make a lower high anywhere below here. So push up, fine, anywhere in this area, I'd lock it in and then wait for the sells back down. On pound yen, I'm waiting for a closure above. But I have a feeling if it does push up, we're going to get a strong push. I'm going to wait for a retest, support formed, and then get into the buys there. So that'll be what I'll be looking for on GJ. But yeah, that I want to see how gold plays out, I'm not gonna lie. But that's the idea anyway, the retest and then sells. So and then for the sells on gold now, I just need a resistance. I need a resistance, and then I need to take sells when it breaks a low. I'm not gonna do another retest. It wouldn't make sense. So either a resistance, if it pushes too low, then a closure below this support down here. Maybe like here's had the most taps. Like a closure below, and then yeah, this would be the best place for me anyway. Down here, 33.20, 33.94, because we'll be breaking the previous 4-hour low and closing below the support. We just had multiple taps, and then from here my target is down to 32.64, 32.65 area. Yeah. All right, guys. It's been amazing as always. I'm gonna try to start at 12 o'clock because I think streams are an hour and a half. They're not really, it's not that long, is it? But I try to eat around 12, so I'm not hungry on the stream. that's the only reason I start at 12:30. But I'm gonna try, you know, eat a bit earlier and then be ready so we get a nice full 2 hours. And if we get a move set up after 2, then we stay on till after 2. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do a little bit earlier from now on. I've been saying it. Alright guys, have a wonderful rest of the session. Don't let gold slap you around, okay? Last day of the month. Take it easy, you know, protect them profits. Respect the 4-hour time frame. And our 1 hour looks good. If we get a lower high here, come on Goldie. See now this, even though it's pushing down, this could just be the 4-hour bottom wick. So I did mention before, if this is a continuation pattern, we need a bottom wick, flip bullish, break the high, and keep pushing up. So I'm very much in two minds about gold, very much. But I do like this. Look, and if we taken a retest, look, been up like 60 pips already. Yeah. Alright guys, peace out. See you all tomorrow. Oh my god, NFP tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to NFP. Alright guys, see you then. Take care, guys. Benny, Rosie, Yeehaw.